Damn, bro. How does it feel, man?
Feels great.
Damn.
What's up, everyone?
Welcome.
Happy Friday.
Welcome
right here
to
with episode 5.
Recap. The
Recap. We're going to recap the month of May. The month of May. What a month. 31 days, baby.
Yeah. But first off, we got a new setup, man.
We do.
We got a new setup.
We even have a candle. I'm a candle guy, man. So
right?
We got
with books.
We got some knowledge here on our table. We got the captain. We got Let Them Play. Eric Burns. Shout out to him out there.
Shout out to him. That's not
I haven't read any of these books.
Don't lie. You read one.
I read one of them. Yeah. Teammate, the most important one.
Oh, Teammate. Oh, is that right? No, the Mama Mentality is the most important one.
You're right.
Come on,
right,
man.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
We've got to hit the mentality. Not damn, yeah. The month went by fast.
It did.
Fast.
It did. Yeah.
Like, next thing you know, we're over here like, all right, who's the next guest? Okay, the next guest. Now we're like, damn, 4 guests in. How are we gonna end the month with?
The month of May. I mean, we started off with Chevy Agura, Southern Section. Then we went to Mondo, City Section, Living Legend at San Fernando.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went with Sternut Poly. And then after Sternut, we went with Thomas Cassidy. And then what I loved with all those episodes, obviously we'll get into, but they all had something different and similar to say about, high school baseball. But what I loved the most was it was during high school playoffs. That was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah,
because we get to talk about it.
And everything, it was live. It wasn't like, oh, how did your game? It was more of like, okay, your games are coming up. Like, I know Cernas was after his game, so we were able to talk about that.
Right.
But there was a couple of them where they had a little, like Gomez had an insight of what he felt like the final should have been or whatever.
Right.
Right. And as you as the coach still being actively still in those games, you kind of like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, what should we do? What should we not do? Or what should we talk about?
Chevy didn't make the playoffs, right? I don't think he didn't.
No, he didn't.
But he talked about it, and it was cool. And then we had Mondo that's been around it. You know what I mean? It's been around through everything. Yep. And then we had Serna that just finished losing to Silmar the day prior. And then we had Thomas Cassidy, which he got eliminated a couple weeks prior. But, he's been through the natties and cities and all that good state. So, yeah, man.
And it's crazy because all those 4 weeks, you had different insights, but the same goals, if that makes sense. Like different ways of how to get to the same goal. But they've all talked about the playoffs is, especially that one bounce, right? Like that's the one thing I felt like was definitely said throughout the whole 4 weeks of it.
What was brought up a lot was, the bad bounce. Obviously, the field had, adversity and the bunning.
Yeah.
The bunning.
Yeah.
It was, we talked about all that stuff. I mean, everyone relies on that big hit, and sometimes it might never.
Unless you're Corona.
Jeez.
Sorry.
3 home runs. Oh, wait, they hit a home run in every playoff game.
Every playoff game that literally won them the game.
Yeah. I mean, shout out to all the winners out there. Corona, Bell High School. Shout out to them. I mean, there was a few out there that won it. From
North Hollywood, right?
North Hollywood, different divisions. Shout out to all of them out there. At the end of the day, I mean, hey, this is they well deserved. You know what I mean? I'll be the first one to say it. Well deserved. Do we want to win them all?
Absolutely. Come on now.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though, right? It's like when you talk about all these little things, these small balls, these bad bounces, the field, it's like when you get hot, and we talked about it too. I talked about it a little bit. When you get hot at the right time, it's hard to go against those guys that are hot. Like anything that's going their way goes their way.
Especially if they're believing in it, and then you walk into the big stage. I mean, I think Sonderheimer from LA Times put the attendance up there like it was like 4,000 people or so on last Saturday's city section final. And like you said, you walk in there hot, believing, and you're not scared, and all that good stuff, and then everything kind of starts rolling your way. You kind of start to feel it. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily we've been on. I mean, not luckily, but we've been on both sides.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. It's like you forget that little taste because you've been so dominant.
Yeah.
And then you realize that another team comes with that taste, and you're like,
Right.
"Damn, I kind of missed that feeling." You know, like
Yeah.
as a player or as a coach, you kind of feel like I do miss that want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the sense of like you were never there before. This
Yeah.
is everything's going your way.
Yeah.
We're believing. It's a different energy. Everyone's locked in differently.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're like, boom. When
Yeah.
you've been there so many times, you've been dominant, you're like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah.
this is what that used to feel like.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I'm hoping we're back. It's not. I mean, it's not. It's not easy to get there, and people think. I mean, we might make it look easy, but,
but
it's definitely not. It's not easy to get there. You know, it's. I mean, everything's gonna have to. Not everything, but I do believe, like, you know, maybe a little bit of luck, and you know, and, I mean, playing good baseball and get hot. I mean, we lost 3 in a row leading into playoffs, and then you know we have a week off or so, and then we kind of regroup, you know, go over our defensive stuff and whatever we got to go over, and then you know kind of hit the reset button and hit that thing hard.
wait, yeah, and that's where it's like you can, and with you guys, right? Like if you losing 3 games in a row, another team that hasn't been there before or whatever, that can really affect them, right?
Yeah.
Like that momentum, right? It can,
Right.
like we talked about it, like 3 games losing, going into momentum. Now your mind, you're panicking as players, your coaches, you might be panicking, like,
Yeah.
whoa, like this is not a good way to go into postseason. But then you guys been there so many times that it's like, we know how to restart it. We know how to readjust, re-hit that button
Yeah.
to be able to go like, that's 3 games in the past. We're here.
Yeah, for
Let's
sure.
turn it on now.
I don't think Corona panicked. I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't seem like it.
No, I mean,
Those guys are dudes, man. Shout out to them. And we still have state playoffs, state finals tomorrow. A couple
Yeah,
of teams
right.
are playing. I know, obviously, Bosco's in it against some team from Bakersfield. And then we got La Mirada versus Olu. You know, yeah.
Yeah,
It'd be
that's
nice, though, to, like, get – if there's 3-4 divisions in state playoffs from the Southern section or from Southern California, it'd be nice to get the winners of that and then play the winners of, like, Northern California. And then it would probably feel like a real state title, I should say, because you have a lot of high school teams that opt out, and they opt out because they probably feel like it's not a waste of time, but it's like, why am I still playing? Like, our season ended, you know, 2-3 weeks ago.
well, that's the thing too. It's like you guys played each other at the championship. We
Yeah.
could see each other again at state.
Yeah,
You know, like you kind of want to go play different teams, right?
Yeah.
Like be the state championship of California.
Yeah.
When you're really thinking about it, it's a state championship of Southern California
Right.
and a state championship of
it
Northern
would be
California.
nice to, like, maybe one year do it in Southern California, the following year do it like
North
at a nice
Carolina.
stadium in Northern California.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Who are we? We're
I mean,
just Ball 4 podcast.
yeah, which is Ball 4 podcast that just like to make suggestions, you know.
Exactly.
But no, that would honestly that would be dope because it's like as players, like you kind of want to know, like, damn, bro, like who's the better team in California? Like
Right.
that's, you know, like Southern California.
I would go watch that.
I would what? I would be right there talking about. I'll pay what I got to pay, you know, because they
Right,
charge you
right.
all, you know,
Yeah, man.
charge you for
So-
everything. But
Yeah, man. High school baseball, the month of May. I thought it went great. I mean, you know, getting guys in here, getting different guys in here was cool. You know, and then now we're recapping on you know some high school baseball and you know all those young athletes out there that are playing travel ball. I mean, hopefully you guys learned something. That you know these high school coaches that came in. You know, I mean, there's a lot out there. You know, you got to walk in there and walk in there with a clue.
yeah, well, you got to think about it too. It's like the conversations were more all in the same ballpark.
Yeah.
Right? Like there was bunting involved where it's like if you can bunt, you can do this, right? Or you can play for my team, or you better learn how to bunt, right? Or you better learn how to steal bases, or
Or just buying in.
or buy it. That's what I'm like. Everyone, all these 4 coaches had somewhat the same idea in the same ballpark
Yeah.
with what a player should be doing,
Right.
and what they want out of a player,
Yeah.
right? So like a lot of these athletes could learn from it and be like, all right, that's what I got to do. Perfect. Let's perfect that. If I have this, let's go get this one.
I mean, if I'm a parent, which I am, but I got a high school kid, if I'm a parent out there that's probably like 12, 13, 14 years old, going into high school, I would probably go back and listen to our episodes and just maybe kind of fast forward a little bit and see what kind of questions we ask and what kind of answers what they're looking for on a student athlete, I should say. Coming into high school, what is it that you're looking for? Obviously everybody has their own philosophy. Everybody has their own, blueprint. Everybody has their own, off-season program. Everybody's different, and you got to buy into that, because there could be maybe 1 or 2 months, once school starts, it could be 1 or 2 months that you don't even throw a baseball. You don't even touch a baseball. And some of these kids are used to playing every single weekend, so. But yeah, it was a good month. It was a good month.
Yeah, it was a great month. Honestly, it was a great month. Even for me, learning just the coaches, like the high school level of it, like when you're out there and you do all these little things to where you got to buy in, you got to build that culture, and, as players, you got to. It just gives you. I'm not gonna say a cheat code. It gives you like what we've been preaching, kind of more of just what am I trying to say? Like, kind of stamps it, right? Like stamps exactly what, let's say, the Braves Baseball Academy is preaching to these kids, that it is right? You got Gomez, where he's coaching now, and then Oxnard. You have Cassidy at Calabasas. Yeah. Like, it's not just around here; it's everywhere.
Right.
That is talking about the game in that way. So, you know.
Hopefully this helped out. But let's check out the new lids. These came out fire, Lira. You did a great job with these. New era, new lid, camo, navy blue everywhere. That was a great job, man. Good stuff. Shout out to
Eddie out there in Pro Image, Fox Hills Mall, right? Go check him out. It's right there, Fox Hills on Crenshaw. He did a great job collabing with me and the baseball program to be able to go out there and do the new era hats as well. Shout out to Jay Mendoza for connecting us.
Shout out to Jay Mendoza.
Jay,
out there,
the
man.
guy, right, for connecting us and making this possible to happen. So it was great, honestly. Like, a lot of even us, we kind of were like, whoa, we don't know what this can look like or whatever, but to be able to have a 101 hat, right, just for the Braves program, it's kind of remarkable for us to see how far we've grown and kind of want to keep going. And me as what the title said, the event coordinator, kind of
you do an amazing job at it.
Kind of get us to get there where it's like, all right, this is just the starting of the beginning of a new era hat. And what time did it come in for the military uniforms on Memorial Day?
Yeah, it was perfect timing. It was kind of weird.
It was kind of weird how that.
I was
that
like,
happened.
damn, like they came in right in time for the Memorial Weekend tournament. That was pretty dope. And they actually, I was a little worried about how they were gonna look with the uniform, but it actually looked pretty nice with the uniform.
Yeah, and it's like, I was driving myself crazy. I know everything, just try to get it together. But at the end of the day, when we saw the kids with their hats and even the coaches with the uniforms, it looked amazing. Where I was like,
it's so nice. I don't want to wear it on the field.
Yeah. No, honestly, I was like, are these supposed to get dirty? Like, I was like, oh man,
better not, right? But no, man, good, great job out there. It's a great hat. I think we have a couple extra ones, right?
Yeah, we definitely have quite a bit of extra ones, especially in the 738. So if you guys have 738s,
right there. Woo.
Yeah, if you guys are 738s, don't be afraid to DM the Braves Baseball Academy page and let us know if you guys are interested in getting that one. Other hats, we have a couple left, but quite a bit of 738. That's the one that would be able to get out there for sure.
Yeah, man. So yeah, like I said, high school baseball's over. Our series, you can say, it's over of high school ball. We won't talk about this next month. We got a full month ahead of us. We got travel ball baseball coming up next month. So the goal is to bring in a couple of travel ball coaches.
Yes, sir.
I know we're out of town a couple weekends. We're probably going to carry this on the road with us and see what we can do on the go. Mm-hmm. Don't be surprised if you see it at the airport.
with maybe, bikes and just
with Ball 4 podcasting at the airport. That would be kind of cool, actually.
We can make it all happen.
So we're gonna bring in next week. We'll bring in someone for travel ball. We're gonna talk about it's just travel baseball. I mean, there's a ton of questions with that. That's gonna be a hot topic, by the way, the month of June, because obviously, one, it's travel baseball. Two, it's summer trips are coming up.
Yeah. everyone's gearing up for these big tournaments, right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, hey, who are you bringing, or who you taking, or who you facing, and who am I gonna throw the first guy?
Well, I mean,
second
we're gonna
guy?
talk about like tournaments and like obviously, like what they think about travel baseball out there.
Yeah, we can even probably try to get a tournament director in here.
That'd be
talk
cool.
about what they go through.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be coaches. It could be. I mean, it's just travel ball topic. Like the whole
Mm-hmm.
month of June will be travel ball. So any coaches out there, directors. I'm not gonna say parents.
No, that not right now.
Not right now. We're not ready for that.
Yeah,
we're
we're
not ready
not,
to get
no.
hammered, right?
Yeah.
Anyone out there interested in coming in next week, reach out to us. It'd be nice to have you guys in here and talk about travel baseball. Maybe coaches.
And maybe you guys, hopefully, or maybe try to give us questions as well. Trying to see what we do or how it works, because, like as you can see with the new setup and all that, we want to make it more of have a conversations where questions can be asked back and forth, and especially at the travel ball time or travel ball place.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of want to ask like, hey, how do you do things, or how do you look at this and do all that, and kind of just be able to answer and be like, hey, you guys can ask us anything as well.
We can answer to the best of our ability.
Yeah, we don't want to give out all the secrets, but
there's no secrets out there. So this is a nice setup though. This is way better. The table's cool. My plant back here is cool. It's growing, by the way.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. I mean, I hope it's growing. I think we just need to put a little bit more sun in it, but it'll get there.
I think it's watered once a week. That is it. That's what the wife told me. You better water it once a week, and that is it. It's a real plant, Lira. All right. So I'll put it more in the sun. All right. Shout outs out there, the wife and kids out there. All my 15-year-old, my 11-year-old, and my daughter. Shout out to Aiden, about to start quack football.
Oh man, that's big dog, big shoulders right there.
I'm excited for that. That's my therapy, I call it. Once I sit there on the bleachers and get to watch him practice, like gets away from baseball. I think that's pretty cool. After a long season of high school baseball.
But that's it. So going back on that, how is it to flip the script a little bit when you can sit back and watch Drew play, and I need to be his coach? High school baseball though.
It's pretty cool. I mean, because I've coached him for so long. And then finally I let him go to you guys, and I didn't coach him like at the 13, 14 level.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I coached him, but I wasn't at his games.
Yeah.
And then now that I get to like go watch his games, and do I get nervous? Do I kind of like, absolutely. I think everyone does. Like, obviously the pressure's on sometimes. But I think watching Aiden play tackle football and practicing and all that, that's my therapy.
Because it's outside.
It's outside of baseball. Like, I don't know. I mean, I know what's going on, but it's like I'm not gonna put my 2 cents in. Not that I do it with Drew, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We got graduations coming up. I got a full month of.
That's right.
I got
Yeah, shout out to our 14-year-olds, our golds, man. While they're going into high school now. So
yeah, shout out to them. They did a great job of
those kids
graduating from the program,
going to the next level now.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's not easy to stick around, man. It's tough. We're not perfect, and maybe whatever, people would maybe dislike, but they did a great job of. I mean, some of those kids been with us for a really long time.
7, 8-year-olds. Mm-hmm.
Maybe since they were 9, 10.
Yeah.
I think.
I started off I was coaching with the Braves with that team.
Yeah.
Like some of those kids were the very first kids I've had since they were 10, 9
At the end of the day, we want to raise young men. We want to raise young men. Like the baseball part of it's cool, but like I told them the other day at practice, their last practice, like, hey man, I mean you were there. Like whatever you guys need, like reach out. Like whatever you guys need. I could be. I mean, it doesn't have to be just baseball. And I think the role model part of it, that's where it's huge. You know what I mean? Like they see us as role models, and hey man, like we're not perfect again. Mm-hmm. We're definitely not perfect. But I mean, you never know. You never know if a kid might reach out to us again. There's a lot of alumni out there, man. Like I could name a few, but that's a long list.
Yeah, no, that will be here all day, literally.
Yeah,
but yeah, no. So let's say if you not being able to coach your kid at 13, 14s, or like let's say majority 14s, did that kind of prepare you to be okay with sitting back and watching him play?
100%.
right?
Yeah.
Like, as crazy as it sounds, like there'll be times where it's like I don't want to miss my kid's game or I don't want to do that, but it kind of sets you and the kid up to know that I'm okay with him not being there to be able to play at my highest ability, and you being like I'm okay with not coaching them or doing this. I can finally learn how to step back, because a lot of, let's say, parents or whatever tend to want to do that if they're in high school and don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, everyone's different, but stepping back and having obviously the coaches that I trust, which is you guys, and knowing that he's in great hands, Coach Roger. I mean, shout out to Coach Roger, whose birthday yesterday. I think he turned 21.
Shoot. Happy birthday, Roger!
So I'll see him in a couple hours, but shout out to him. I mean, with our sons, we coached them all the youth level, and then we did a pretty good job with them. And I took a step back, he took a step back, and we left them in great hands with you guys. Let's say, with RJ, our coaching staff, I should say. Yeah. And that was did I miss his games? Absolutely. I mean, I'm coaching another team, and getting videos of whatever it was, catching or hitting, but I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think that's just where, you can kind of realize as a parent where it's like, damn, when do I want to do that? Do I do it now or do I do it later? And how is that going to affect him or her to be able to play without me being there or knowing that, hey,
I don't think it affect my son. I mean, I don't. We'll ask him. We'll bring him in one day.
Yeah, one day.
But I don't think it did. I mean, like I said, we're getting a phone call here.
Who's that?
Should we take this phone call here?
We
get phone calls in the middle of the show, man. That's dope.
Hey, busy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you're a popular man. That's what happens.
No, you're a popular man.
No,
but I mean, it's like it's pretty cool because now that he's in high school, what I love about the program and him being in high school is I get to come home, and he'll ask about practice, like how was practice today, and he'll ask about like the teams, like from the 8-year-olds to the 14-year-olds. Like he'll be like, oh, how was practice? What you guys go over and this and that, and I'll be like, well, we're doing the same thing when you were there. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, it prepares them for the high school level. It does prepare them for the high school level. I think we all do a pretty good job at it, of physically and mentally, but at the end of the day, it's it's an academy, and it keeps kids out of trouble.
Yeah, it definitely does. But damn, man, yeah, I mean, high school baseball came in and came out fast.
It's a long season, man. I think I was telling you earlier, it started in February, the President's Day weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's 4 months of it.
Even some of them started the last week of July.
Yeah.
Or not July, January.
And I know there's summer programs out there, and there's summer, like, all that stuff. But, I mean, if you think you're a student athlete or an athlete that probably should let your body rest, I mean, don't be afraid to do it. Because it's a lot, man. It's a wear and tear. I mean,
yeah.
If it's a wear and tear for us coaches, I can imagine what the players feel like. It's a lot of those kids have a lot of miles in them.
Well, and also learning how to manage your body, right? Like when you get into the younger you are, you can do a lot more, but it's like understanding that you throwing a lot now could affect you later in the sense of, or just doing it. You don't even have to be throwing, just putting your body in a lot of workouts, right? Like a lot of kids right now go full throttle in the summer of just working out, which is cool, but it's understanding that your body also needs some rest.
Absolutely.
Right.
Or the body and the mind.
The mind, yeah.
Because I feel like it's a roller coaster for a lot of these kids. I mean, let's talk about it. So let's say, come January, there's a lot of good, you're leading into the season. And if you're one of those players that's hot in January, you might find yourself in the lineup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, March hits, April, league starts. They know how to throw to you. They got charts on you. They got video on you. Mm-hmm. And then you start to struggle. Then what?
Yeah, it's that roller coaster in the season,
Absolutely.
right? Like that's the thing.
Everyone goes through it,
especially in baseball, where you're up and then you're down, and then you're up and you're down. And how are you, especially even coaches? How are you going to go through those up and downs? Are you gonna go through even keel, or are you gonna let
right
it
now?
affect you?
Right now, it's like this for me.
Well, But that's the thing, though. It's like just the players go through that as well, and I think
Yeah.
as coaches and even as teammates,
Yeah.
you gotta just remind yourselves even keel through it all, and when you're down, remember how you felt when you got back up.
Right.
So we got to get back to that point and kind of
Yeah.
just it's harder. It's harder said than done. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I
easier
was
said than done.
like obviously I coach high school baseball, and not winning that city title, it does hurt. It's definitely heartbreaking.
So you want to keep talking about it? Because we could talk about it.
No, I
You
mean,
know what
I don't want
Like,
to get into it too much, but it's definitely heartbreaking. And does it feel like a little bit of a disappointment? Of course it does. I feel like I let a lot of people down. I'll be honest, and I'm not afraid to say it. You know what I mean? I think I let a lot of people down, but it gives me that hunger of coming back next year, or not even next year. Just get through this summer, and then I can't wait for August, September, and then we have obviously something to preach about, and we do. And shout out to Sammy behind the scenes right now, Coach Sam. We were talking about it on the way back yesterday. It's like we played 34 games. 34 games. Can you imagine what the professional baseball players feel?
162 games, and you have one day off throughout the week.
No, what I'm talking about is like how much how they feel like you play 162 games and you don't make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, man.
Well, but that's the thing though. It's like being there as many times as you guys have been there. It could have been like, all right, we'll get back out of here, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like we'll get back here next year. It is what it is. But from the sounds of speaking to you, and a little bit to the rest of the coaching staff, you guys are hungry to go next year. It's like I feel like speaking to you guys more and more, even though it has been a week, you guys are hungry to be like, F that. We got to get back there. Like, how are we going to go? We need to do it now. We're starting
I'm sure
to figure
we'll
it
meet
out.
with Skipper and the coaching staff in the next couple of weeks here. But we got it. We're going to clean up some stuff, and I'm not going to say what we're going to clean up, but we're going to clean up some stuff, and I'm sure there's stuff to talk about, and maybe I'm not going to say try something different, but it's been working for us, and he does a great job. So it's like, hey, we gotta keep going. But yeah, there's definitely that hunger, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't wait till right now the wound's still fresh.
Yeah,
it's fresh.
And some other coaches or programs have been there like, whatever, we'll be back next year. Like they're kind of just having their minds off something else already and everything. But like like it's hard to get there, especially that many times. It's hard, and it's mentally draining. You know what I mean? Like it's physically and mentally draining for a lot of the coaches, even the school players, where it's like players that have been there 3 years in a row, right? That are going through the program still.
I mean, our semis took place at Pepperdine, and our game was at 11 a.m. Like that just there. It's like it's a little 11 a.m. game on a new complex facility little stadium. You can say that we're not used to. I mean, even that's a little bit of a like weird adversity, like for all of us, including the coaches, because we've never been to Pepperdine for the semis. So I'm glad they made it happen, and but yeah, there's definitely that hunger, and I know the kids are definitely hungry, but I mean, I'm sure all the high school coaches feel that way, that probably that fell short. I mean, I'm sure they do.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of them be like, damn, I could have done this, could have done that, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
But like I'll tell you this, Bell, man, they play the same strategy over and over again, and
they did. Man. I mean, they beat a very great Silmar senior heavy team. Mm-hmm. They did. They really did. They beat them, and then they go out and beat Granada. I mean, we were there watching that game, and they go out. I mean, they beat the 1 seed, and they go out and beat us. And it's like, shoot, that well deserved. I mean, well deserved. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's they those kids, the coaching staff, and congratulations to them. I mean.
Yeah,
now the target's on their back.
Yeah, for once it kind of changes, right? Where it's like, whoa, it's not on
their
us,
back now. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is, and 25 can't come any sooner. 20, what year are we in? 24? Yeah,
24,
24. So,
so
25.
24,
I mean, the fact
25.
that you got to wait a whole year for it. Like Coach PB, shout out to him out there. Coach PB, man, love you. He's like, we got to wait a whole year for this. It's crazy.
But that's also a whole year
It's
of
part of
like,
the process. That's
yeah.
part of the process, though. It
Like
really
that's what
is.
makes it so worth it,
Yeah.
right? Is to
Yeah.
be able to like, damn, waited so long and all that. But like, I was talking to you the other day, like, bro, we're in June already. Like,
Yeah.
it just felt like we're in January just getting this started for this year,
Right.
and we're already in June. Like, it goes by fast.
It does.
And it's like a lot of times we get caught up and we don't even think about the moments we go through and all that, especially in the baseball season, all the ups and the downs and everything.
Yeah.
You look at it, but like, wow, like 6 months that really we went through all that
Yeah.
to get where we wanted to get to, and we didn't finish it.
Right.
And then you think about it, damn, we gotta wait a whole nother year. But then you realize like how fast that went.
Yeah.
To where next thing you know, you're gonna be right in the same position again next year, and we're gonna have to make some changes to be able to get back to where we wanted to
I
be.
mean, you got different kids. I mean, I'm sure every high school goes through it. You got different kids, different, come in. Some kids might develop a little stronger, bigger and stronger, I should say. The veto's up, so it's like, yeah, oh, so-and-so they lost 3-4 guys. But I mean, at the end of the day, like these 4 coaches that came in and like we talked about it, you got to play the game. It's 7 innings of it. Who can take care of the baseball? Who can't? Who can put it in play? Who can get some bunts down and field a bunt?
Who can get the job done?
Who can get the job done? Who can pick over? Who can't pick over? All that stuff, man. It's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work, but man, I like our new setup, by the way.
Yeah,
This is
I can't
dope.
get over it. We kind of get the idea. We're like, dude, let's make this happen, make that happen. But we're like, but I was like, that's why I said, let's wait till we recap, or let's wait till we do something where we can do it and kind of get that feel of it. But it just feels right.
Yeah, it does. It does. Shout out to Eric Figueroa. Did our background, our backdrop, and I always shout him out, man. He does a great job. I know he's busy right now with all the graduations and putting stuff up for it can look nice when people show up. Like, wait, what high school did my kid go to? And they show up and it's like, oh man, this looks nice. Shout out to him. Shout out to MVP Cards here. A couple doors down. We got to take a walk over there one of these days.
Yeah, we do.
He's got some good stuff in there, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to our Braves Baseball Academy coaches, our coaching staff. We saw most of them yesterday.
Yeah, the first official sponsor, right?
First official sponsor, Braves Baseball Academy. Shout out to who else are we shouting out there? Our coaching staff, our parents, and most importantly, our players.
Yeah.
Tournament directors, come on in, man. Come on in. And we would love.
Come give us your side of how you deal with the umpires and the parents and the
love
rules.
to talk to you guys. Let me tell
Come
you,
on,
that'll be
man.
a fun one.
Yeah, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get it. Umpires are hard. Parents are hard to deal with.
Yeah.
Coaches are hard to deal with.
Yeah.
But it's like sometimes I just feel like, man, we can get into like a little meeting where it's like, can we just like get everybody's ideas into one and kind of make it like where not everyone's gonna be satisfied. You can't make no one happy. Like, you can't make everyone happy.
No.
But it's like at least a compromise of like how things should be gone or done or gone through, right? So
I mean, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. We can talk about it. It's like umpires out there, they try their best. Are they right? They could be right or wrong. At the end of the day, they also have a family and they got to go home to.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And when people let them have it, it's like, oh man, I've been there. Trust me, I've let a couple umpires have it, and I'm just like, shoot. It's the heat of the moment. Obviously, parents out there, shout out to them. I mean,
But that's what makes the game so good. That's what makes sports in general good, is because you get competitive.
Yeah.
Right? Even the umpires get competitive in a sense of like, no, I did this or we did this, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's what's so good about it. But it's also is we gotta like kind of make sure we leave that there on the field.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even with us as competitive as coaches or players or whatever it is, we're gonna go through what we go through on the field. We're gonna want to compete. We're gonna want to win. But at the end of the day, we gotta want to leave that there and not kind of put it back or take that with us to the next tournament or next week or whatever it is. And I think that's where once we get to that point, then all the parents will understand, like, nah, we leave that there. It is what it is.
For sure.
You know,
I mean, there's
umpires.
I mean, this past weekend over where we were at, we had 12 teams playing in the same tournament, and we had. I mean, I saw ages from like 7-year-olds to like 14. I'm like, man, like competitive though. It's not like like just go play. It's like no, it's like win at all costs, baby.
At all levels.
At all
levels. It don't matter. Shit, I see 6-year-olds out there. I see me. I was like, ooh, okay, you guys going at it. I guess
8-year-olds. Shout out to Coach Sam, man. Coach Lou out there,
right? Coach Sam, go Lou, man. They out there doing their thing, man. Yep. I mean, and 13U gold and 14U played the championship game together.
They did. That was pretty cool.
You know what I mean? Like
that was pretty dope.
So you have those, programs that had what we had. Every team.
Yeah, almost every team
team playing, and like at the end of the day, when you go back on Monday and you look at it, and you're like, whoa, like we actually are able to give the kids opportunities to be able to play against these other great kids, compete against these other good coaches. At the end of the day, you're like, all right, like this is what it's the whole point for it, right? And so you look back at it and you're like, and we got the new hats.
And we got the new hats.
We got the new hats, man.
Right in time. There's a couple people out there that I know Gamez and Rillo. We'll get it to you guys.
Yeah, we'll got you guys.
I'm gonna have to ship it to Gamez.
Yeah, we got you guys covered already on that end. But
so, yeah. So we had 12 teams out there, and then our 13U Navy was in Texas.
I know they don't have their hats yet, but we're trying to get you guys the hats whenever you're ready, Coach Mike. You know what I mean, Coach Mike, come pick up your hats, buddy. Man. get these hats as kids, man. But I heard they did good out there, right? Representing well, making sure that they got representing the program well out there, and good for them.
Yeah,
was it semis or wherever it was that they got to, but.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, it was a fun month. It was definitely we were learning as we go. I love doing this because we get to talk about baseball. We get to talk about, and we're not on the field. It's a lot of stress that we go through, and you know it. It's a lot of work, I should say, a lot of work. You, Sam, and myself, and all the coaches have experienced. That's a lot. It's a ton of work. You know what I mean? It's not just hey, let's go out and play. No, man. Yeah. It's a lot of work, and I've always said it takes a village, and now you guys know why the village. Like, whoa, it's not a one-man show. But it was a fun month. We get to spend an hour with other coaches and talk about whatever they want to talk about. I mean, philosophies and if they believe in the bunny game or not. I mean, whatever it is. But I want to bring in a travel ball coach next week and sit him in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the travel ball is it's similar but not similar in the sense of like
it's gonna be different.
You're constantly on the go, right? Like
on the go.
Like we had the thing where it's like, hey, you got 8 in the morning, and then you got to go at 12 o'clock, not at 1 o'clock to another park to do that, right? Or to just even go see a game or whatever.
For me, it's coffee, energy drinks, and seeds.
Honestly, we're going to have to put water in there.
Oh,
like, we need water.
Water. Yeah,
we're going to have to start putting water in there for sure.
The wife has been letting me have it because I'm not drinking enough water.
Yeah, no. That's why I got this right here. I haven't even drank any because I'm so used to not needing
not drinking water. Yeah, so it's you're right. It's on the go. It's always on the go. I mean, you were with me that one weekend. I don't know how many. Yeah. We were from like 5 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Didn't get home till 11 p.m.
I told Coach Lira he's going to have 3 cups of coffee, and he's like, no, I'm not. Sure enough, he did.
I did. I said, I don't know how you got me going to this. Is coffee it is, I guess, right? And the best part is when the parents offer you coffee, I'm like, I'll take it. I guess it works. But those long days, right? And then, guys in your position where they're overseeing the whole program or whether, and then we got guys in Sammy's position that's directing ages to certain ages.
It's a lot of work.
Like those things where you kind of understand what they go through or how they see it and what their heads are. It's gonna be fun to go to, And then the best part is when they have a conversation here with us about it, and then we go see them at the field. That same weekend or the same week or the next weekend, it kind of.
That's why you gotta be nice to everybody, man.
You never know when you're gonna be able to have conversations.
That's why you gotta stay humble.
Stay humble. Stay humble.
So,
I wonder how Kobe felt about that. Staying humble.
Hey man, I'm just saying. Coach said, we have any travel ball coaches out there that want to join next week? Let's bring somebody in, man. Let's bring somebody in here. Like, let's make it happen. Let's talk about.
Even if you don't like us, you can still, come out here. Let us know how you feel about
man,
these.
come on. They gotta like us to come in. What are you talking about? They don't like us. That's gonna be awkward. So.
Nah, because it's like why don't you this and this and that? Okay, well, there's things to explain or whatever, but
there's a lot of coaches out there, or even tournament directors. Like, let's do it. Let's talk about travel baseball.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got a bunch of them in the area. You know what I mean?
We do have a bunch in the area. So
shout
you
out
guys
to
are
all
listening,
them, but
or send me a text, send me a DM, whatever. Call me and say you want to jump in here for an hour. And then we'll shoot you the questions, or we'll shoot you, some stuff, and that way you guys can see what we're all about, and go from there.
No, absolutely. No, I think next month is gonna be a month where a lot more people are gonna be where it's like, what are you guys gonna talk about? Who are you talking to? Especially the ones that are
the eyes emoji.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, like who's that? Who's that? Because it's gonna be more. I feel like, especially around our area, it's gonna be more relatable.
Well, I mean, travel ball is a hot topic. There's a lot of travel ball out there, man. A lot. But going back to the high school stuff, so the top 4 seeds get a bye, and you go quarter, semi, ship, and obviously 12 teams make it, right? 12 teams make it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to 8 teams next year.
To 8 teams?
8 teams.
Why would it go to 8 teams though?
I don't know. It's just, I just have a strong feeling that it might go to 8
so
teams
there's
next
gonna
year.
be no. So you're only gonna play. Let's say if you are the first 4 seeds, you're only gonna play 2 games.
No, it would be like a 8-team tournament. So
like
it would
1
go 8 versus 1, 2 versus 7, I believe.
So
3 versus 6.
So like if we're in the NBA finals right now.
Oh man, I got Dallas winning that. They
I got
better
Dallas
win
too. I'm not going for no Boston. Crazy.
We can't go for the
Hell no.
Celtics.
Nah,
Like,
bro, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not even keeping up with that.
Look. Do we have a Boston? We do. Well, we have a New York book, but
Yeah.
Kobe there. Like, there's no
I'm not
way,
even keeping up with that. Like, I asked my 11-year-old, like, who's in it? He said the Mavs and Celtics. I was like, what? But anyways, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to 8 teams.
Okay.
It'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, because it would be more.
Yeah.
It would be more kind of. But then if they go 1 through 8, cool. The best of 8 play. But then what are they gonna do? Another like I don't know. I wasn't in the era of Division 1 and then Division 1 Open. Like I don't agree with that. I kind of go Division 1 and Division 2. Like if you're gonna go top 8 Division 1, then go top 8 Division 1 and then go Division 2 after that. But the Division 1 and Open, because what it does is it's still Division 1. Like
I don't know.
Some people feel like that's okay.
Teams. Congratulations, the all-city selection, the all-league
just came out.
Players came out. A couple more players made it, and then shout out to everyone that made it all-league. Really, it's tough to do all that, and the all-city, I believe it comes out next week. Obviously, whoever wins it gets the winner gets more kids. Obviously, and they deserve it. And so shout out to all those kids that made all city. Congratulations.
And it's like all grades, right? It's not seniors, just seniors.
All
so
grades, man. It don't matter. So that's pretty cool. I mean, shout out to them.
Yeah, no,
congratulations.
They work hard. They got to where they go. They deserve what they got. What they got, the rewards and all that. And at the end of the day, it makes you feel good as a player. Like your confidence goes throughout the level. Like, yeah, we might have lost or whatever, but you were a part of that. That you played a huge part of getting that team to that where they needed to be. And as a player, that's always a good confidence boost, especially if you're going into the next season.
And we also have a few coaches that just got hired out there too. Randy Thompson's back at Alimony.
Randy Thompson back at Alimony.
So shout out to him. That's awesome.
And so he's back.
Yeah, he was at Alamany before, and then he went to Notre Dame, and now he's back at Alamany. And I think, and then shout out to Hart and Valencia with their new coaching staff.
Oh, okay.
New head coaches. Shout out to them. I mean, that's awesome. Congratulations. And then, I'm sure we'll hear in the next couple of days here, whoever, like the new hires and whoever stepped down and all that stuff. And Mission College will probably get any higher, and then Coach Malice from Valley College. Nice. Shout out to him. He retired, did an amazing job. So all that. This is that time of the year.
Yeah, the time of the year where you start. Everyone's like, "Yeah, can't wait. We gotta wait a year." Well, decisions are getting made already for that next year. Like, yes. They don't let you rest.
I mean, there might be some programs out there that it takes to process. It takes a year to get going. You know what I mean? Like as far as like planning stuff out, like it's not just on the fly. I don't think anyone there might be some out there, but there's some programs that probably start, especially with the new coaches. I'm sure they come in with a different philosophy, maybe. You know what I mean? Like they're new head coaches, and they have every single right to bring a different philosophy. So,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like those coaches get ready to build the culture that you would want.
The culture.
Yeah, the culture is what you would want or you think believes in it, and then getting the players to buy into that.
Yes.
Right. And we've talked about it. The incoming players, if you're going for a coach, buy in. That's the easiest way for you to get to where you need to go to and believe in something and to get better is to just believe in the process of you knowing how to play the game and knowing and trusting your coaches to get you to that next level.
Yeah, man. Like it's huge. We're almost done here, but the buying in part, it could really take you a long way as a player. You got to buy in. No matter if they probably feel like their coach is wrong maybe for a little bit, like what do you mean? Mm-hmm. And like we preach to our academy, like whoever you go out and play for in the next level, like respect them and buy in. Like, and that's one thing we also preach. It's like, don't just walk in there like you're the hot shot. Like you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's guys there that have been there already. And maybe do they hear about you coming in? Oh, probably not. But you got to buy in. Like if it's, I don't know, freaking two-strike approach or whatever it is, the bunting, bunting with runner on first, one out, and your number's called. Like, don't look at that coach or that skipper like, what did you just give me?
I haven't bunt all my trouble all year. Why am I going to bunt now?
Exactly.
And I think that's where, and that's like, a lot of players that go into these programs where they're the dudes, but then you go in there and you be like, dude, I haven't bunted in so long. Yeah. It's like, nah, man.
You remember Alexis Miranda?
I do. Yeah.
Alexis, shout out to him out there, man. I think he got 2-3 bunts down in 2014 at Dodger Stadium.
Might have been. I think he might have done one for sure. Lefty.
Yeah.
The lefty
side.
Might
have been a couple more, but he got a couple bunts down. I was just like, damn, that was pretty cool.
But even then, you got a freshman, right, working a triple down the right foot line. I mean, right center. Mm-hmm. So it's like you seniors, juniors, freshmen, whatever your role is, exceeding it. Because even if you are. I mean, Bell had a bunch of sophomores on the mound, or whatever. Like you, it doesn't matter what grade you are or whatever. Once you buy in, know your role, and you take advantage of that role,
and you accept your role.
Work out. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Accepting
your role can change, and it could be your role could be whatever it is in the month of February, starting off the season, and then that role can change towards the end of the season.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like look at Thomas Cassidy. What he said, he lost his job. And then he went back to his mom, like, you're not going to transfer out. Yeah. You're not going to transfer out. And then she said, find a way to get your job back. Yeah. And he did. I mean, he did. And he was pretty good at it. So,
yeah, that's just understanding that sometimes we don't got to walk away from whatever things are going on. You got to you got to fight through it. Fight through it, and then we definitely want to look like that. Well, it's Mama mentality book. That's kind of it, right?
Yes, sir.
You just got to fight through it and find the itches of how to get better. Yeah. So and then at the same time, it's like the guy in front of him or whatever, making each other better. So if he's better than me at this, and that's the reason why I got to get better at that, right? And then from there you just go forward. Because let's say if he's a senior and you're a junior, you might not be there in that position right now. But if you just got better at what the things that you weren't better at, find your weakness and making them your strengths, then that next year you're gonna be there and you're gonna be ready to go.
No doubt about it. So excited for next year. Excited for this summer. You got any vacation plans?
Yeah. The Braves program. We got New York coming up. We got Cary coming up. You know,
that's a vacation.
Those are vacations for us. Honestly, no. It's no. I mean, at the end of July, I guess. I
think we're gonna do a coach's fishing trip soon. Clear the mind. What do you think, Coach Sam? Clear the mind.
I'm willing to bet I'll get the most fish.
Oh man, there's definitely could be some bets going there.
We can definitely do that.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we definitely need to clear the mind and you got to hit a reset button every now and then.
Yeah, I'm thinking about taking my girlfriend and I to because our birthdays are 2 weeks apart, like 2 weeks and a half apart. So I'm trying to go to
shout her out.
Shout out to my girlfriend. She knows who she is. She be talking about that.
About it.
It's not being shy. Man. But yeah, I think we're.
I'm shouting out the wife, but
so I'm kind of.
She called me last episode, and I was like, "Why are you calling me?" Like, so last night I was like, "Hey, I'm going live with Lira at 12." She's like, "I know, I won't call you." but yeah, my brother out there keeping the street safe.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to the family and everything. You know, then for them, and honestly, like we always talk about it, but it's never for them to understand. Our on-go process, right? Yeah. And learning how to go and we'll talk about too in June how that is, like, you know, the on-go process of them understanding, like, all right, I'm gonna be here from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and what the days are, how the sets, how it goes, you know, like those things.
I got my niece 1-year-old birthday party tomorrow. Can't wait for little Emmy to turn 1,
and I guarantee that went by fast.
Huh?
I'm sure that year went by fast.
By quick. I'm like, she's turning 1 already? Like, wait a minute, what? So that's, I mean.
Started walking now. Those things.
She's all over the place from what I hear. And then got some graduations coming up in the month of June. I got summer trips, so all that good stuff. But thank you to all our listeners.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys. Hit them with the YouTube channel, Lira.
Yeah, come subscribe on YouTube with the Braves Ball 4 podcast. You know, we'll drop a link in there and all that in the bios and in the stories. But come check us out. We got episode 1, 2, about to put out 3 out there. So if you guys missed these or if you guys want to see more of in-depth kind of stop and go, YouTube is definitely that place for that. And then, come check us out. Yeah, and then. You know, if you guys have any ideas, let us know. We'll see if we can make those happen.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. If you guys are interested in buying some hats, DM us, reach out to us. We only have 7 3/8, I believe, but let us know, and we'll get it right. We'll find a way to get it to you guys. But thank you guys for listening. This is great. Happy Friday to all, and first of the month tomorrow, June 1st.
Tomorrow, June.
Rent is due.
Yes, sir.
So, shout out to everyone. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah, shout out to everybody playing this weekend. All you guys out there and everything too. But yeah, man, we'll see you guys next week. You know, hopefully this setting
with
right
travel
here.
Ball.
Travel ball.
Oh man, look at your face. You're ready for this one.
I am ready.
Woo.
I am ready.
Thank you guys. Happy Friday.
Thank you guys. On to the next one.